Hello all, I'm Clara. I find myself now at 36 years old, facing the daunting challenges of life as a single mother, raising my precious baby all on my own. My story, you see, it is one marked by the cruelty of fate, a twist of destiny that once promised me an entirely different path. 10 years ago, on a rainy evening that sticks in my memory, I went to a cozy coffee shop to escape the rain. I sat by myself at a quiet table in a corner, enjoying my favorite chai latte and getting lost in a really interesting book. And then there he was, Daniel, a ruggedly handsome stranger with kind eyes, entered the cafe, drenched from head to toe. He approached the counter and ordered a steaming cup of black coffee. When he looked around for a seat, our eyes met, and it felt like we instantly understood each other without saying anything. It was like life wanted us to meet right then and there. With a charming smile, he walked over to my table.
"Do you mind if I join you? It looks like the rain is not letting up anytime soon."
Yes, sure. I was surprised but interested. I invited him to sit, and after that, we became very close. We talked for a long time about our lives, dreams, and what we wanted. Daniel was an architect and loved making eco-friendly buildings. He was so friendly and charming that I liked him a lot. By the end of that evening, we gave each other our phone numbers and agreed to meet again. Our love story unfolded with breathtaking speed. Daniel and I supported each other through life's ups and downs, building a life together that was filled with laughter, love, and the shared dreams of raising a family. Our journey together led us to a small, intimate wedding ceremony surrounded by our closest friends and family. But, as fate often does, it took a sharp and cruel turn. Just when I believed we were living the life we had always dreamed of, something unexpected happened. One night, Daniel came home and he was heavily drunk.
"Clara!"
"Hey, why did you come home so late today?"
"Why are you not making me happy? I think I made a mistake marrying you."
"Hey, why are you talking like that? I think you are too drunk."
"It has been 5 years since we got married and I want a baby."
"Daniel, you know we have been trying for a long time, but what can be done?"
"I wish I never married you."
I cried so much that day. It was the first time I felt my husband did not love me anymore. The conversation left a bitter taste in the air, and both I and Daniel spent a restless night. The next morning, Daniel woke up with a heavy heart. He realized the hurtful things he had said and the pain he had caused.
"Clara, I need to talk to you."
"What is it, Daniel?"
"I am sorry for what I said last night. I was frustrated and upset. I should have not taken it out on you like that. I love you, Clara, and I regret saying those hurtful things."
"It hurt me too, Daniel. But I understand how stressed you have been about not having a baby. I'm sorry too for not being able to give you what you want."
"I should never have blamed you. We are in this together, and I should not have made it seem like it was your fault. I want us to consult a doctor and see if there's something we can do about our situation."
"That's a good idea, Daniel. Let us do it together. We will figure this out as a team, just like we always have." As we embraced and made amends, the sun's warm rays filled the room, bringing hope for a new beginning in our journey toward parenthood. We booked an appointment with a well-known doctor and went to visit him. "Dr. Steve, thank you for seeing us today. We've been having trouble getting pregnant and it has been frustrating."
"Of course, Clara. I understand that this can be challenging and emotional journey. Tell me more about your experiences and how long you have been trying." We've been trying for 5 years now, Dr. Steve. We want to start a family, but it just has not happened. I see. Thank you for sharing that with me. Let us start by understanding both of your medical histories. Clara, have you had any medical conditions?
Not that I'm aware of, Dr. Steve. I've always been in good health.
And Daniel, have you had any medical tests done? No, I have not. I just assumed it was Clara's issue, but now I realize we should both get checked. It could be a combination of factors, Clara. Let us start with some basic tests to evaluate your health. Daniel, we will also schedule some tests for you.
Thank you, Dr. Steve. We are willing to do whatever it takes to have a baby. Dr. Steve ran several tests on me. After some time, he came with results we were desperately waiting for.
Clara, it's important to remember that some issues can be complex and sometimes there is no clear-cut reason. It may take time to figure out the best approach. Clara, you should know that it seems difficult for you to get pregnant, but let us start some medication to find out some possibilities. We understand, Dr. Steve. We are willing to explore our options and follow your guidance.
Thank you, Doctor. As we left the doctor's clinic, we felt a mixture of hope and uncertainty. I felt very sad knowing that it would be difficult to get pregnant. Years flew by, and after trying all medications, we had lost hope. But we were happy with each other. Daniel also healed and accepted our fate. We concentrated on our careers. Everything looked perfect until that day. I was doing laundry, and on Daniel's shirt, I found lipstick marks. They were not mine for sure. I had never used that shade's lipstick. I decided to talk to him. Daniel, can we talk for a moment? I found something today that has been bothering me.
Of course, Clara. What's on your mind?
Well, it was about something I found while doing laundry on your shirt. Lipstick marks, Daniel. They were not mine, that's for sure. I have never used that shade of lipstick.
Lipstick marks? Are you sure, Clara? That is strange. Maybe it's just a mistake at the dry cleaners or something. You know how those places can be sometimes.
I thought about that, but it looks pretty fresh, Daniel. I am just trying to understand where it might have come from.
Clara, I honestly have no idea. I have not noticed anything unusual, and I have certainly not been around anyone wearing lipstick recently.
Daniel, are you sure you're telling me the truth?
Clara, you know I love you. I would not do anything to hurt our relationship. Maybe it's just a weird coincidence or something. Let us not jump to conclusions.
As our conversation continued, I could not help but feel a sense of doubt creeping in. Daniel's denial seemed plausible, but the lipstick marks remained a mystery, casting a shadow over our once perfect relationship. After that incident, Daniel's behavior changed. He began staying out late at night, and he had also changed his phone's password. I sensed that something was wrong, but I was afraid to believe that he might be having an affair. That day, he arrived home at 3 a.m. Why did you get up so late today?
Oh, you're still awake?
Daniel, I do not understand what has been happening lately.
Clara, I don't think now's a good time.
It has been weeks, Daniel. Ever since I found those lipstick marks on your shirt and noticed your changed behavior, I've been feeling like something's not right. I deserve an explanation.
Clara, it's not what you think. I've been going through some personal stuff and I need some space to figure things out.
Personal stuff, Daniel? We are married. We should be sharing our problems and supporting each other, not shutting each other out.
I know, Clara, but right now, I just need some time to myself to sort things out. It's not about us, it's about me.
Daniel, I love you, but this distance is tearing us apart. Please, can't you tell me what's going on? We can face it together.
Clara, I promise it's not about someone else. Go to sleep now.
Daniel got frustrated and raised his voice at me. I was scared and surprised. For a moment, I did not understand what was happening, and suddenly I fell to the ground. When I opened my eyes, I was in the hospital, laying in a bed. I tried to remember what had exactly happened but could not piece together the events. After some time, I saw Dr. Steve walking towards me. Dr. Steve, what happened? Why am I in the hospital? I can't remember anything after falling on the ground.
Clara, you had a little fainting spell, but don't worry. You're going to be just fine.
Oh, thank goodness. But why did I faint? What caused it?
Well, Clara, the reason behind your fainting is quite a joyful one. You are pregnant.
My eyes widened with surprise and then lit up with happiness. Tears gathered into my eyes and I was overwhelmed with joy. The doctor smiled at me gently. Pregnant? Are you sure, Dr. Steve?
Yes, Clara, I'm sure. You're going to be a mother.
Oh, Dr. Steve, you have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Clara. It is a wonderful moment, and I can see how happy you are.
I cannot wait to tell this news to Daniel. He will be very happy. I rushed to Daniel to share the good news. We were having a baby. He wanted it for so long, and finally the day arrived. Daniel, you will not believe the news I have for you.
What is it, Clara?
Dr. Steve told me something incredible. I'm pregnant, Daniel. We're going to have a baby.
That is a surprise, Clara.
Daniel, you do not seem as thrilled as I expected. What is wrong?
It is just, Clara, I cannot help but worry. We are not exactly young anymore, and starting a family at this age is a big responsibility.
I know, Daniel, it's a significant change, and there might be challenges, but we will face them together.
I guess I've been thinking about your age and whether we're ready for this. It's a lot to take in.
Daniel, I understand your concerns, and it's natural to have them. But we have each other, and we will figure this out. We have waited for this moment, and I believe it's going to be wonderful. As I reassured Daniel, I understood that his reaction was more about worry and uncertainty than lack of interest. I know that our journey into parenthood might be different with me being 35 and him being even older, but I was determined to have a baby. When I heard the news, I began to appreciate myself in a completely new way. I knew that becoming a mom at this stage might be a bit later than I had originally planned, but it was something I have always wanted deep down. I started to accept and love my body even more, with all its scars and changes. It was a beautiful realization that I was going to bring a new life into this world, and my body had gone through so much to get there. I felt proud and grateful for this opportunity, and it made me even more connected to the idea of becoming a mother. But in the process of becoming a mom, differences started to grow between me and my husband. One day while I was out of the room, his phone started ringing non-stop, so I picked it up. It was from a girl, and suddenly Daniel rushed into the room and grabbed the phone from my hand. Hey, what is wrong?
Why did you touch my phone without permission?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was ringing for a long time, but why are you so angry, and who was that girl?
Well, it was actually from the office.
Daniel, we need to talk. I have noticed that you have been distant lately, and it feels like you're not giving me much attention.
Clara, it's not that simple. I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed with everything going on.
Daniel, is it because of the changes in my body since I got pregnant? I have noticed that you seem disgusted by them.
Clara, I did not want to say it, but yes, it has been hard for me to adjust to these changes. I miss the way things used to be.
I understand that my body has changed, Daniel. It's a part of the journey of becoming a mom, but I thought we were in this together.
Clara, I know. I should be more supportive. It is just, I did not expect it to be this difficult.
Daniel, I need your support and love now more than ever. This baby is a part of both of us, and we need to face these challenges together. I'm still the person you fell in love with, just with some extra love to give now.
Clara, to be honest, I'm disgusted by you. Look at what has happened to you. I wanted a baby before, but now I'm not interested anymore. Look at your age. This is not going to work.
Daniel, please. Are you aware of what you're talking about? You are disgusted by me?
I'm sorry, Clara. This may sound harsh, but I'm not interested in you anymore.
Daniel, this is shocking. Do you not love me?
Clara, I know this is difficult, but there is someone else. I do not love you anymore. There is a girl, and we are thinking about starting a family.
Someone else? Daniel, how could you?
Clara, it's not that simple. I did not plan for this to happen, but my feelings changed.
You promised you would be with me through thick and thin. We were supposed to face this journey together.
Clara, I know I've let you down.
So you're just leaving me like this? For someone else? After all we've been through?
It's not just about someone else, Clara. It's also about us, and I think both of us should move on.
I can't believe this, Daniel. What about our baby?
I'm not attached to that baby, Clara. I think you should think twice about having a baby.
I was stunned by the words he said. My marriage was broken, and I had no idea what I did wrong. Did he leave me because he was disgusted by the pregnancy? If that was the case, then he was the one in the wrong, not me. I was left alone with my baby. Although the path ahead was difficult, I was sure of one thing. I would not give up on my baby. I would never be able to forgive Daniel, but at that time, my baby was my priority. I gathered myself together and began working for my baby's future. Being a working woman, managing my home, bills, and hospital visits was all a difficult change. But my baby kept giving me strength, and I started to find joy in that phase. My delivery date was coming closer, so Dr. Steve called me for a visit. Hello, Dr. Steve. How are the reports?
Yes, I want to talk about the same, Clara. It is important to understand that pregnancy can be a challenging journey, both physically and emotionally.
Yes, I'm aware of that, Dr. Steve. I've been doing my best to take care of myself and the baby.
That is good to hear, Clara, but as your pregnancy progresses, it may become more physically demanding. You will need someone to support you, especially after the baby arrives.
What do you mean, Dr. Steve?
Well, after giving birth, your body will need some time to recover. It's important to have someone, whether it is a partner, family member, or friend who can assist you with daily tasks and provide emotional support. Where is Daniel?
Actually, we are no longer together, Doctor.
Oh, that is sad to hear. Now you have to take care of yourself, Clara, or try to take some help.
I will shift to my mother's house, Doctor.
That is great to hear, Clara. Remember that it is okay to ask for help and take time for yourself as well.
Thank you, Dr. Steve. I understood the seriousness of the situation and moved to my mother's house. She used to live alone since Dad left us, and we became support for each other. The baby was about to arrive, and on the other hand, Daniel was planning to get married to his girlfriend, Mary. She was a young and pretty 23-year-old girl, but I knew Daniel inside and out. And I wondered what if one day Mary could not give him what he wanted. He might divorce her as well. Finally, the happiest day of my life arrived. The first time I held my son in my arms. I forgot all the pain I went through. I was the happiest woman that day.
Congratulations, Clara. You have been so brave throughout the process.
Thank you so much, Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve told me about the precautions and medications, and we went home. My heart was filled with happiness. I started to feel happy again. My baby was my world. It had been 3 months since my baby arrived, and I began thinking about working from home. My mom used to take care of the baby while I was working. One day, I finished working and came to my baby's room, and what I saw shocked me. Daniel was there, playing with my baby. I got furious and shouted, "Mom, why is he here?"
Clara, I'm sorry I came here suddenly, but please, just listen to me for a moment.
I do not want to talk to you anymore.
Clara, please, it's important. I need to explain something.
You lost that privilege a long time ago, Daniel. You left me when I needed you the most. Please leave, Daniel. Go to your new family.
Clara, I was terrible before, but believe me,
I did not get married to Mary. But you left me for her.
Yes, and I regret that the most.
Mary cannot get pregnant, Clara.
This is the revenge destiny has taken from your side.
Please understand that this is our baby, and I want to be a part of his life. Now you want to be a part of our baby's life, Daniel? You cannot just come back whenever it's convenient for you. You made your choice.
I know, Clara, and I regret it every day, but please, let me make it right.
It is too late, Daniel. You abandoned us, and now I have to protect my baby. I do not want a selfish man like you to become my baby's father.
What should I do, Clara?
Just leave. Daniel pleaded in front of me, but I remained firm in my decision. He did not deserve to be in our lives anymore, and we did not need his support. Daniel understood the consequences of his actions, but it was too late. I might consider allowing Daniel to meet our son in the future, but taking him back into our lives will never be an option.